Today, day 8, still going strong, 90-day challenge. Tired as hell, but still going. Recovery in the raw. Salam alaikum. But yeah, I was gonna share my story today, but I decided not to. Today I want to talk about the one thing I'm realizing is the blame game. I'm thinking about how this last relapse happened. Well, yeah, share a little bit of it, man. Okay, so I was clean, and the person I was with, she wasn't clean, and I get off work, I come home, I see she's drunk or high, and it'll piss me off. Or I let it piss me off. And I would tell her, I'd be like, how long you think it's gonna be before I relapse? I'm working, I'm paying all the bills, I'm doing everything. I come home and you just drunk and high, or slacking on responsibilities because you're drunk and high. And if I fall, we all fall, because I was the breadwinner. I'm the one bringing the money home. So like, at the time, I ain't realized I was setting the reservation for myself. It don't matter what she do or her actions, I blame myself. That woman live her own life. She do her own thing. It don't matter when you're in a relationship. I realize another person's life shouldn't run yours. You should still be your own person within that relationship. If you're not, then that's not, y'all not communicating on a relationship, or you being codependent. And that's exactly what I was. I was codependent. I was dependent on her for everything, except for finances. I was the one going to get the money, but then I'm depending on her to do everything else. So it's like, even though, yeah, that's toxic. I'm in recovery. I come home and the person is drunk or high. It ain't gonna be long for that person to relapse. That's what the thought process was then. Like, say if that was to happen now, hell no. The fuck? What the? I don't understand what I was thinking back then. All I was doing was setting a reservation for myself. I was setting myself up by me saying, if I fall, we all fall. How long do you think it's gonna be before I relapse? I'm coming home. All I was doing was giving myself an excuse that if I did relapse, I'd be like, yeah, look, see, I told you I was gonna relapse. That's dumb as fuck. And then I'm looking at her and what she going through, struggling with her addiction. Why in the hell would I want to do the same thing she doing? And that's why when I first started Recovery in the Raw, that's what it was about. It was called, it's another name to it. It's Recovery in the Raw, the insanity of it all. And that is insane. That's insane as hell. Where I'm gonna tell another person, if you don't stop, I'm gonna be like you. Basically, that's what I did. I told this woman, if she don't stop being high or drunk, I'm gonna start getting high or drunk. Knowing damn well, if like I said, real addict's world, a real addict, a person who loved that shit, a person who do anything for that shit, and that was me. So how could I sit there and tell a person, I'm if you don't get high, if you continue getting high, I'm gonna end up relapsing. All I did was give myself an excuse to go get high, because I can't base my recovery off another person's well-being in their own recovery. If I'm working on me, that means I'm working on me. I'm working on me. And that's what got me straight now. Like, I don't care who's getting high, who ain't getting high. That's their life. I gotta focus on my life and what I'm doing, not nobody else around me. It's about me and what I'm doing, and it's the same for anybody else. I think people need to focus on themselves and make sure I gotta make sure I'm right. I don't care. I do care, but I don't care enough to sacrifice myself any longer for what I feel or what I think a person should be doing or shouldn't be doing. That's that person's life. I don't control that person. But I know damn well I'm not finna tear myself down again because of what somebody else doing. So if any future relationship or any future situation come up like that again, hey, look here, man, you I don't care what you doing. Yeah, that's you. You ain't got it around me. Don't bring it around me. Don't say nothing about it. Just get out my way. Let me do what I'm doing. Like, I'm not finna. Why? Like I said, the insanity of it all. In retrospect, look back at this shit and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? I'm gonna go get high because I feel like it ain't fair that I'm going to work and doing and I come home and this person high. So basically telling myself I'm finna throw away everything I've been working for because somebody else won't stop getting high. What type of sense does that shit make? That ain't make no sense to me at all. That's why right now ain't nothing stopping this, and that's by the glory of God. It ain't me. It ain't me. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm letting God drive this. I'm finally realizing too. Emotions are dangerous in recovery, in life. Period. Emotions are dangerous. Emotions can lead you somewhere you don't want to be. Emotions basically lead you to moral suicide. It can lead you to killing yourself morally. Like you'll get to the point where you just don't give a fuck about nothing. Nothing. Oh, this person hurt me. This person did that. I once had a girl send me a message and it said, "Oh, boo hoo, I was hurt. Aaron got hurt. Somebody cheated on me. Somebody did this. So now I'm gonna just tear my life up." And at first I thought, I was like, this sarcastic ass bitch. That's my thought in jail. I was like, this bro sarcastic as fuck. Fuck, she gonna say some crazy shit like that. And then as I was sitting in that cell and got to contemplate on it, I said, damn, that's been the root of my problem this whole damn time. Worried about what somebody else think about me. When I started crack, it was after I got shot. I got shot in the neck. That's where my teeth missing. I got shot in the neck here and the bullet came out my mouth and knocked my teeth out, broke my jaw, everything. Lips, as far as my tongue go out, they had to cut the tip of my tongue off too. And when I got to the hospital, my face was all fat and from all the surgeries, and I thought my face was gonna stay like that. And I got all depressed, thinking about what people gonna think about me. They're gonna call me ugly. I felt like the dude from that movie, The Mask, back in the days. And I just started getting high. I tried it one day. I tried getting high, and it just took everything away. And I ended up liking it. And so basically, the beginning of my beginning of my addiction started from worried about what other people thought about me. And every time I got high, in the beginning, or every time I got clean, I would relapse, thinking about sex, because sex became a part of it too. Like going out and getting high and being with a woman, having sex and doing all that stuff while getting high. So it's like I added an addiction to another addiction. It was a double, what they call it, dual diagnosis almost. It was sex and drugs then. So that became, and then so the relationship part was, now I didn't feel like I could ever get the person I was in love with back, because they knew I smoked crack. Back then smoking crack was bad. You smoked crack, man, you was shunned. You was like a lowercase system, like in India or something. You was like, people didn't even want to be around you. People didn't want they talk crazy about you. So I had to deal with all that. And then I realized every serious relationship I had after that, if the woman cheated on me or I got hurt, guess what I did? Relapsed every time. And when that woman said that a few months ago, that sat in my head, man, and it woke me up. And I think that's what got me. That's one of the things God woke me up to and got me riding with right now. Is being in control of my emotions. Being in control of my emotions and realizing that my love is for God. Yes, I love other people, but my love is for God. And God ain't gonna hurt me. God ain't gonna let me down. God ain't gonna, he gonna judge me for my rights and wrongs, but no matter what I do, he'll forgive me, And that's one of the things I want to share with everybody. That's why I ain't share my story today, because I feel like this is a very important thing. The blame game. The blame game. Once you wake up and realize ain't nobody in control of your recovery but you. Ain't nobody in control of you relapsing but you. That's you. Not nobody else. Stop blaming situations. Stop blaming you relapsed. You did what you wanted to do. You did it because you wanted to do it. And that's where I'm at right now. And that's a very important part of my recovery. Being in control of these emotions, realizing what I'm doing, what I ain't doing, realizing I'm not perfect and I still have a lot of character defects. The more I get control of my emotions, the more they're being exposed. Because a lot of things I say to people or I respond to people that I'm responding off what they said to me or and it's all emotions. And with that, I'm out, y'all. Day 8, recovery in the raw. It's still going. 90-day sobriety challenge, 90 meetings, 90 days, getting it in. Who else down with this? Peace. Salam alaikum.